Welcome aboard. I don't think I have to tell you what you need to do next. Hit the like button, hit the share, and hit subscribe. You can also hit up the Cash App. Just go into the About section. You'll see the Cash App or it'll be in the chat. But um, for all those replay gang, this is a recording, but let's get it. Just, I'd say like a week ago, or I'd say within the week, some figure named Paul Birdsong has emerged into the public eye as this self-proclaimed community organizer and chairman of a group styling itself as the Black Panther Party for Defense. They're based out of Philly. He presents himself as this modern heir to the legacy of the original Black Panther Party that advocates for community defense, political awareness, resistance to systematic oppression, blah, blah, blah. But this is particular to the response to what's been going on in Minnesota. So on the surface, this guy, it follows a familiar pattern. Charismatic individual steps into a moment during a national crisis, offers leadership, structure. You've probably seen the video where he, the safe pass for fear, safe match replace, that commercial. I know I'm saying it wrong, but basically in just very nonchalant, laissez-faire way. But basically he was offering leadership, structure, and the rise was so rapid, it just sparked skepticism among a few people, many, particularly in so-called Black activist circles. They've raised this legitimate concern or questions about his background, his credibility, his motives, and one immediate red flag. Prior to this moment, Birdsong was virtually unknown. I mean, I never heard of him myself or even seen him or know what he looked like. But a deeper look reveals that he was previously a rapper. It follows a familiar pattern, and there's no inherent contradiction between art and activism. Let me just say that. But with many cultural figures to these social movements, there's this sudden rebranding from artist to revolutionary. It just raises a side eye. So this case with Birdsong, right? It echoes that of other figures, such as one Grandmaster Jay. Y'all remember him. He's materialized during the moments of civil unrest, the pandemic, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery. And they often leverage these platforms, really rooted in entertainment. Like he was this DJ. He imitated Jazzy Jeff of all people, the greatest hip hop DJ of all time. But basically, it's just a way to repurpose them for political messaging. So this method that this Birdsong is using is it seems like performative activism. Sound bites, viral videos, symbolic gestures that generate attention, but may lack some sustained or underground organizing. But here's my question to everybody who's so skeptical of this dude. You got to start asking yourself the right questions. All right, not the common one. Ask yourself, why was there such an apparent void for someone like Birdsong to just slip into? Why was there such why is it, if there was such an established grassroots network that was already active, organizing, mobilizing, maintaining a presence in the communities, why did it only take a couple of days for this outsider to step in and slip into those glass slippers in a leadership role? See, it's the ease of this guy that you see in the photo. It's the ease that where he was able to gain visibility in such a short time. It suggests this troubling gap. See, either existing movements are fragmented or under-resourced or unable to communicate their work effectively, or they are more performative than operational. Either way, This vacuum speaks volumes. Now, it's fair to question whether this guy is who he says he is. I mean, he could be, as some speculate, some sort of controlled opposition, a figure encouraged or amplified to co-opt or undermine authentic activism. And given history of the surveillance on Black people, infiltration of Black liberation movements, such concerns, I mean, you're not paranoid. It's not unwarranted. But before assigning blame or labeling him an agent, you have to confront yourself with the uncomfortable truth and have your own come to Jesus moment. If he's able to gain traction so quickly, what does that say about the state of your community organizing today, if there is any? See, too often, a lot of these self-identified revolutionaries or rioters, as you call them, they engage in this performative dissent from behind their computer screens. I mean, we can just have the whole, we can have the whole roll call, right, of people who do this. And one in particular, this weirdo in Phil Scott. Phil Scott jumped out the window and started questioning this guy's authenticity, his ethnicity, the nerve of that guy. All right. But what struck me with Phil Scott was he denounced his direct action as counterproductive and said, oh, you know, Black people, we don't do the Black Americans, which is what he was referring to. We don't go out there and cause trouble like that. We do things differently. We don't go out there to do stuff so we get killed. Like what? Like, do you even read Black history of people who've actually affronted the government? All right, like he's on the side of people who position themselves as, oh, we're rioters. We go out there, and these are the same people that denounced people like Martin Luther King, happy Martin Luther King Day, as moderate or just outright soft. And if you remember a couple of years ago when John Lewis died, how disrespectful they were. These Twitter bots, these Twitter warriors were disrespecting a guy or people who, let's face it, even if you didn't agree with their methods, they put their neck on the line. See, Malcolm X spoke about these type of people. He spoke about what he called the bloodless revolution, that Black people are the only people who want a bloodless revolution. Where every other revolution was bloody, this is a bloodless one. I hope you can have change without sacrifice. And that's what people like Phil Scott and Professor Black Doof and Jeremy down in Louisiana and Tariq, and I can just go down the list of these clowns. This is what they want. They think that they're doing something behind their computer screens and without any sort of pressure. So to reject any sort of confrontation while demanding transformation is contradictory. So the deeper issue, it isn't about this guy, Paul Birdsong. It's about the accountability. It's about how you claim to be builders of movements, organizers, soldiers in the struggle for liberation. Then ask yourself, where are you? Why did it take an unknown like this guy, who's a former rapper, there we go again, to capture the public's attention? True activism, if you are in fact an activist, it requires consistency, organization, presence, not just an online commentary. It demands boots on ground, 10 toes down, relationships in the community, long-term commitment. So when the void exists, anyone can rush in regardless of their intentions. So yes, caution is warranted with Mr. Birdsong, but the greater responsibility lies in all of us, really, and those who claim to be activists. Instead of immediately discrediting newcomers, you should reflect on why the space was empty to begin with. So focus on building something durable, transparent, and accountable movements, ones that can easily be hijacked or seemingly hijacked by supposed opportunist. Hit the like button, hit the share, hit subscribe. Leave a comment in the section. Tell me what you think. And until next time, peace.